President Trump and the White House are picking up the pieces after a massive problem honoring Senator John McCain. Let's go through the day as it happened. The White House spent the morning as one of the few buildings flying the American flag at full staff. This was yesterday. The president chose to stay silent on a dead American hero several times when asked. In fact, the president seemed so anxious to turn the page to a new narrative that he brought the press into the Oval Office to announce a trade announcement that wasn't actually a full trade deal, and even before they had time to properly set up a phone call with the president of Mexico. Watch what happened.
I believe the president is on the phone. Enrique? Yeah, you can hook him up.
Please come in.
You tell me when. How are you? It's a big thing. A lot of people waiting.
Introducing President Kenya Nieto.
Hello? Do you want to put that on this phone, please? Hello? Be helpful.
President Trump.
Thank you.
Now, you'd think it'd get better after the phone call was connected, but after that call, President Trump was asked repeatedly about Senator McCain. Watch what he did.
Mr. President, any thoughts on John McCain? Mr. President, any thoughts on John McCain, sir?
Right this way. Everyone's moving. Thanks, everybody. Let's go this way.
Any thoughts on the legacy of John McCain?
Come on, let's go.
Nothing hard about that question. Any thoughts on the legacy of John McCain? Just nothing hard. That's what you call a layup. It's really easy to say nice things about people who have passed on. It's a lot easier when they're actual American heroes. But this was the president's response to any comment on John McCain. This was it. All right. In the midst of the president's silence and distraction, the American Legion sent a letter midday to the president urging him to follow long-established protocol following the death of prominent government officials and praising McCain as a hero. 1 hour later, trusted McCain aide Rick Davis read a final statement from the senator to the country he served and loved. Shortly after that statement, the president had several more opportunities to speak about the senator and again ignored questions.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, do you have any thoughts on John McCain? Do you have any thoughts at all about John McCain? Do you believe John McCain was a hero, sir? Nothing at all about John McCain. Okay. Any action to the American Legion asking you to put a proclamation about John McCain? Why won't you say anything about John McCain?
Let's go. Make your way out. Let's go. Press. Let's go. We're finished. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Okay, late in the afternoon, President Trump finally buckled. The White House flag was lowered to half staff. And a short time later, as the American Legion implored, the White House issued a presidential proclamation saying, quote, despite our differences on policy and politics, I respect Senator John McCain's service to our country, ordering the White House flag lowered until the late senator's interment. All right, by evening, at a dinner for evangelical leaders, the president finally broke his silence on McCain's service.
Also, our hearts and prayers are going to the family of Senator John McCain. Going to be a lot of activity over the next number of days, and we very much appreciate everything that Senator McCain has done for our country. So thank you very much.
All right, joining me now is Ben Kessling, who covers veterans issues for the Wall Street Journal. Ben, thanks for joining us. Do you think that the American Legion's letter is what did it, or was it just a day full of the president getting criticism from every corner, including apparently from some of his senior staff inside the White House?
Well, he got criticism from a number of places for sure, but it's important to note, for as far as looking at the veteran push on this, it wasn't just the American Legion that sent a letter to the president. The VFW also reached out to him, and the group that sort of led the charge was AMVETS, and AMVETS executive director Joe Cinelli told me that, you know, politics be damned on this. We need to do the right thing for John McCain. So the Legion sort of got the public face of making this happen, but there were a number of other veterans groups that were pushing on this as well, and they AMVETS, Legion, everybody I talked to doesn't know if their letters made a big difference, but their millions of members that stand behind the statements that were made probably had some effect.
All right, the president, the flag thing's kind of interesting because, as you know, the president is a stickler for some things around the flag, calling NFL protests disrespectful to the flag. What do you know about why it took so long to do really an easy right thing? There was no particular gain in disrespecting John McCain, in not issuing a proclamation, in not keeping the flag at half-staff. It's an easy one. It's a layup for a White House that sort of steps in it every few hours.
Well, eventually it became a layup, right? But it took a while dribbling around before he actually did it. The word that's out there is that the president didn't want to honor McCain in the way that other giants of the Senate and other lawmakers have been honored in the past, and it took these turning of the screws by veterans groups, by lawmakers, by people in the White House to make this actually happen. There's nothing that's showing us what the turning point was, or the point that made the president actually make this decision occur. But there was a preponderance of weight on the side of folks who said, "Hey, Mr. President, just make the layup."
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.